Welcome back everyone. So today we are changing the clock spring in the Jaguar XJR. Right. Now this job looks a bit one of those where it'll either go very well and it'll be very easy and you'll walk away and think, not bad, or it's going to be a nightmare. I'm not quite sure on this one. I've never changed a clock spring before in my life, and I'm hoping this is the problem with it. It flashes 9 times, yeah, the light. It doesn't do it all the time, and I'm wondering, is it the ribbon that's in the clock spring that's the problem? But I'm not going to know this. I mean, I've plugged it in and this is what everyone says it is, so we're taking a risk here. This is a £200 risk, by the way, so bear with me. All right, so let me show you the new clock spring. All right, so this is the new one. Look at that, in the box from Jaguar themselves. All right, so I've got this. Yeah, it's actually a different number to mine. Oh, hang on. But the guy in Jaguar said this is the one that fits. So if he's wrong, yeah, he's a complete, yeah. So there's a red thing here. I'm presuming that's to hold it in situ, but I don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out, yeah. So right, let me start by taking the steering wheel off. Well, the airbag out first. I'm not looking forward for this one. I don't want to get my head blown off or anything with it. So let me just put that back in the box. So there we go, that's gone. That's out of sight for now. So what we've got to do, now on the back of the steering wheel, right, there's like, there you go, there's a big Torx nut there, there's another one there. Now I'm presuming they're the two that they're the two that you're taking off. Now, I'm going to take this off first because it gives you more room, yeah. It's all right, the engine's running yes at the minute. So I will disconnect the battery before we take the airbag off, yeah, just in case I blow myself up. But yeah, so let me get the screwdriver and the tools and we'll crack on, yeah? So the light's a bit rubbish here, so bear with me. Wait a minute. There's, I don't know if you can see it, there's one screw there and there's one there. You need to take those 2 out to take the top cover off. All right, I've told you rubbish there. There's actually 3. There we go. Let me just get this one out. So you can see there, it's actually straight, yeah? And that's with the steering wheel on, so that's good. I know someone said if you get ribbon failure, that arrow will be sort of over there, but anyway, this is the bit I'm not looking forward to, okay? So to remove this, I think we've got to take those 2. Hang on, there's one. I don't know what it is, bear with me. Oh, there we go. So I'm presuming that's the one. You undo those 2. And then what I'm going to do is undo those 2, straighten the steering wheel up, right? Okay, disconnect the battery. Yeah, because obviously you need the ignition to, you know, to make it all work, to be able to move your steering wheel and things, don't you? Right, to undo them, right, I was trying to do it with one of these, this piece here on, and it won't fit. I actually found this somewhere. It wasn't even mine, I just found it, I think, on the side of the road or something, outside the house. And this was actually the perfect tool to take the steering wheel 2 bolts out. Now, this is now, I think, loose. So the engine is running. I'm not going to disconnect, so let's put the steering wheel straight. Right, you're going to mark it, right. Oh, this feels like a bomb touching this. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, look. Oh my gosh. Right, so what we're going to do now is maybe take the battery off before we blow ourselves up, yeah? So right, let me get that done. So we're going to take the battery off now, yeah? I'm using the world's oldest spanner, so yeah, let me get that done. I've just realised, you know, I've had this car like 6 years and just realised it's actually got a Jaguar Land Rover battery on it. So well, we're not going to explode now, so let's get this bit of the job done. So to get them off is pretty easy, to be fair. Let's put the explosive device over there. Yeah, you just press them 2 together, nice and easy, yeah? So the next thing I need to do, I think, is, I'm guessing, let's have a look. Yes, it's got to be unplug this one. That was easy, wasn't it? And then I've got to undo the steering wheel itself. Now, I think when you undo the steering wheel, you're best to mark where it was. I mean, there is a mark on it, to be fair. And I've put it straight, so It should slide, but we'll still put a mark on it anyway. Yeah. See, I wonder once, you know, if someone spilt drink in it or coffee or something and it's all gone in there and it's just, over the years, it's just corroded it. But hopefully this does solve the problem. So let me find a socket to do that with. So I've marked the thread in 3 places, yeah? So we're going to remove the steering wheel now. I think. Oh, that was easy. Oh, hang on. Push the wires through. There we go. Look at that. So, I think that's supposed to be at the top and it was more there. So yeah, what we need to do now is get the other clock spring out. So let's hope this is the right one here. Yeah, it's just the newer version of it. So yeah, right. I think these... Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Look at that. Now that is easy. So now what I've got to do is undo those 4. Undo those 4. And I've got to unplug the wires on the bottom. And we pop that in, line it up, put it together and pull this red thing out. And then we put the steering wheel on. Yes, let's do it. Well, that was pretty easy because there's the plug I took out here. And there's the old clock spring. So actually that's not too bad to get that out. So anyway, I can't see anything obvious on it, but I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds a bit naff, but whether it is naff, I don't know. Now I've lost my new clock spring. Oh, here it is. All right. So I'm just going to plug that in first. So bear with me, which goes in there. The indicators and that. That's easy, wasn't it? Very easy. Look at that. That is so easy. It's unbelievable. So I'm just going to tighten these up. Yeah. So like I say, not bad. So there we are. So now I've just pushed the wires through here. So what I believe I need to do now is remove this. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Now I just need to put that on there. Yeah. So bear with me. So I always put 3 marks. So then if all 3 line up perfectly, which, yeah, you know you've 100% got it right. The arrow's still straight there. Yep. So now let's bolt the steering wheel back on. So there we go. Back to where we were, yeah? The washer's moved, it doesn't matter about that. So let's get that plugged in here. Yeah, and then these ones need to be put back in the airbag. And then we have to put the battery back on. So the airbag's on. I've put the battery back on. So we're not touching that anymore. And all I've got to do now is switch it on, turn the steering, and then bolt the steering wheel back together again. So when you put the battery back on, it does ask you to apply the foot brake and the handbrake. I don't know why, and then it's like this sometimes. Don't know, it's just being irritable. But yeah, we'll leave it to it for a minute. So this is all back on now. Horn works. I think everything else was. Oh, here we go. I knew I was going to do that pin number. But anyway, this is all on. It's all good. I'm going to have a look for the pin number. But yeah, generally all this is good. Yeah, all I've got to do is put the casing back on around here. Yeah, and we'll just do that in a moment. Let me just find this pin code to put in here. So that's the clock spring changed. It's taken me about 1 hour to do. I wouldn't say it was that difficult, to be fair. It was a lot easier than I first expected. Yeah, I expected it to be a bit of a nightmare, really. Now, the only way we're going to know 100% if it's gone is to actually drive the car. Now, we're going to do this tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, there's a couple of my friends and they're going to a car meet and I'll meet them in this, yeah? Because nobody has a Jaguar, yeah? Jaguar. Anyway, So we're going to do it tomorrow night, and then I'm going to check to see if this light comes on. Now, if this light comes on, I have no idea whatsoever. Yeah. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But let's hope this has solved the problem. So yeah. So hang on, and I'll be back in 1 second. Well, maybe not even a second. So I've tested the Jaguar last night. We did an 80-mile round trip, yeah. So a bit of a run, and the light didn't come on, so that was good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this has fixed it, yeah. Now, a new video coming up is the mass airflow sensor. Now, I have done a video on this before, but unfortunately I'm getting headache off it again. I'll explain in the next video when the new one turns up. But yeah, so at the moment, the clock spring looks like it's done the trick. But yeah, let's just, fingers crossed, it has actually done the trick, yeah? So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon with a new video.